I am so excited. Today is day one of the 3 Days to Healthy Eating Challenge. I'm actually posting in this group for everyone to see because this is my private group. This is for all challengers. They know to tune in for a Facebook Live today so you can actually watch it, and everyone can be privy to this as well. There is certain information that you will only get if you're actually in the challenge. There's a daily video, there's homework, there's a little bit about me, there's all kinds of amazing features that you will get if you're only in the challenge. But if you want to tune in for the 3 days of recipes that will be taking place in this Facebook community group, then you are welcome to attend. So just to quickly go over, I'm going to be making a delicious, amazing recipe today that you do not want to miss. But before we do that, I just want to welcome all the challengers. Welcome to the day one of the 3 Days to Healthy Eating Challenge. It's amazing to have you. In day one, we covered specific issues, we cover mindset issues and why it's so important to actually set your intentions and set your goals when you want to get healthy, when you want to start eating healthy. Discover your why, so the big reason why you want to be doing it. What is your purpose in doing it? What is your reasoning? And really connecting to that, because once you connect to that, you will be more likely to follow through with the steps that you need to do, because you actually have, a destination point, an end point. You want to get somewhere. So make sure to fill out your homework for today. It's it's an internal type of exercise. You really go deep in and you explore why you're doing certain things, why you have certain patterns around eating, why you might be emotionally eating, why you might be eating out every single day, why you might not be taking the time to prepare food to nourish your body, to nourish your family. All of these internal reflections really help you to move forward, because once you see where you've been in the past, you know you want things to change, and then you know what you want to do in the future, and this challenge is going to help you do that. So every single day we're going to be doing a recipe. Why? Because recipes are so much fun, and everybody loves to eat, and I love to eat, and my specialty is transforming sort of unhealthy food into healthy food. So today is almost a version of the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Today we're going to be making fat bombs, and for anybody who craves chocolate, which is most people, carbohydrates, especially the refined carbohydrates, pasta, bread, and muffins, those kinds of refined carbohydrates, which most people crave. Most people can find that when they go out to eat. When you go out to eat, it's so hard to find a good salad, damn it. It's so easy to just find bread. So that's why you want to be cooking at home, really. And in day one also, is it day one or day two? We actually are going to revamp your kitchen, so we're going to be getting rid of obstacles to good health, and we are going to be implementing all the helpers and the accelerators that we want to include in our life to help us reach our health goals. And don't be hard on yourself if you've set intentions for 2018. We're mid-February, so don't be hard on yourself if you want to still continue on your healthy path and healthy eating. If you have symptoms that are bogging you down, and if you're suffering, I see many people suffering with health issues, then there is always a way, and know that. It's very promising to know about natural remedies and natural ways to take care of yourselves. There are so many possibilities for healing, so always keep that in mind, and don't be discouraged or despaired if your practitioner tells you otherwise. There is always a solution, okay guys? And that's what I'm here to help you with. So we're making fat bombs today. The reason we're making fat bombs is, first of all, because everyone craves chocolate. It's also the day after Valentine's Day. And there's also a philosophy these days you might have heard about through hearing about the Paleolithic diet or the ketogenic diet. And the whole premise of these diets is really about burning fat. And if you've watched the videos in the challenge so far, I don't adhere to or stick to any specific dietary principle. Reason being is that I see clients in my clinical practice all the time, and every single body does well on a different way of eating. So it's very unfair and judgmental to sort of slap one type of eating on everybody. It's not beneficial to everybody. It doesn't help us. So some people follow the Eat Right for Your Blood type diet. Some people follow this ketogenic diet. Some people go raw vegan. Some people go macrobiotic. Every single body needs a different way of eating, and I see it more and more. So this is all about bio-individuality and customizing how you eat to your own individual needs, your symptoms, your health profile, the health condition that you suffer from. Every single one needs different needs, has different needs, okay? So for example, you know, the recipe that I'm making today, if you don't do well with sugar, if you have candida, for example, and you're cutting all sugars out of your diet, this is probably not the recipe for you. You might want to make it and, you know, nix the sugar, nix the maple syrup. Or add a bit of stevia instead, because stevia goes a really long way to sweeten food. So it really depends on what you're suffering from, what your condition is, or what your preferences are as well. Taste, preferences, all this makes a difference. So let's get into the recipe. We're making our fat bombs now. So I just wanted to give you a little show of the things that I have in my home. I actually love Costco. I go to Costco because they have so many organic options, beautiful healthy options. I have a family of 4, so we buy in big quantities, and I go through all of this food. So this is the coconut oil. It's a raw organic coconut oil from Costco. The almond butter. I have an organic Celtic sea salt. I have organic raw cocoa powder. Some vanilla extract. Why am I yelling? Am I yelling? Probably. I'm excited. And some maple syrup. And some hemp seeds. So there are several different ways you can make this recipe. I also have these amazing muffin liners. So if you bake healthy muffins for your kids, we're also going to use this for a cold recipe, the fat bombs. But you want to get yourself these parchment paper liners for the muffin tins. They're amazing. They peel off really easily. They're unbleached and they're non-toxic. So I just wanted to show you guys those if you're interested in getting them. And I'm actually going to make this recipe in the blender today. You can use a bowl and a spoon. This is a very quick recipe. It doesn't have to take so much time. So you can actually mix it by hand, but I'm going to use the blender because I want a really smooth texture and consistency. That's just me being anal, whatever. So let's continue. So here I have, I'm looking at my recipe on the iPad as well. So I have 3/4 of a cup of melted coconut oil. So I've taken this coconut oil, I've put it over a double boiler on the stove, hot water in a pan, put like a glass or stainless bowl on top, and just melt your coconut oil. So that's going into the Vitamix. Can you guys see the Vitamix? Yeah. So this is the Vitamix. I actually love the Vitamix so much. If you want to invest in a really high quality blender, it's really worth it. I use it almost every single day, sometimes twice a day. You can actually grind flours in there if you want to make like an oat flour or an almond flour, a nut flour, rice flour. Well, rice would be a little tough, but you can actually do so much in this blender. Smoothies every single day, sauces, dips. Okay? That's running out of batteries. So I have a 1/2 cup of my almond butter. It's crunchy, which is another reason why I want to blend this sucker and get it all nice and smooth and delicious. Now, do you guys have cravings? Who here, we have a couple people tuned in, I think. Who here suffers from sugar cravings? Everybody on earth? So this is a really nice recipe to have in your freezer or your fridge so that you don't end up grabbing for something unhealthy. Conventional chocolate that you buy at the, I don't know, grocery store is just full of crap. White refined sugar, terrible quality oils, who knows what else. So try to stay away from that. All right, so we have our coconut oil so far and our nut butter. And we are going to put in our cocoa powder. So again, an organic raw cocoa powder is what you want to get. Something that hasn't been processed. And you want to have a 1/2 cup of the cocoa powder. So cocoa powder itself is very bitter, and that's why you want to add a sweetener to this. If you wanted to add like a medjool date, you can do that as well. So 1/2 cup of this, oh my god, so it's like this amazing velvety powder, so delish. So there's the cocoa powder. And you want to add some, my favorite, vanilla extract, which is running out, I'm so sad. So you want to get a nice high quality vanilla extract. Don't get the artificial kind. Get one that's extracted in a brandy. And you can also make your own vanilla extract, which I have done in the past. You just get the vanilla pods, chop them up really fine, and put them in a bottle of brandy. So the alcohol, and that's going to extract all the delicious vanilla. So there's my vanilla extract, about a tablespoon. Now something about me is that I don't measure anything ever when I cook. Bake, I do measure more, obviously, because it can get really screwed up. But I'm not someone who measures, so I make the recipes and put measurements on there for you guys. I try to figure out, you know, how much of this and that. A little bit of Celtic sea salt. Salt brings all the flavors together. So you want to get yourself a good quality sea salt. Try not to use, actually do not use table salt because it is not good. Okay, so you wanna use a good quality sea salt. It should be a color, so either pink Himalayan sea salt or gray Celtic sea salt. This is very damp salt. I can't really keep it in a shaker because of the texture of it, the quality of it. So it would not come out of the shaker. So I just keep it in a jar like this. And salt is really rich in minerals, so you want to make sure that you get a good quality sea salt where the minerals have not been stripped away. And then a little bit of maple syrup. How much did I say? I said 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So there we go, that's a little more. And then the recipe, to this recipe, I'm going to add, because we're talking all about fat bombs, I'm going to add some hemp seeds, okay? So what I do, I get this huge bag of hemp seeds and I actually keep them in the freezer. And then I just fill up this jar and keep this jar in the fridge. So try to keep your nuts and seeds and nut butters in the fridge and you'll prevent them from going rancid. So that's a good idea. I would say about 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds. Why not? Okay? So you can play with your food, guys. Don't be afraid to experiment and have fun in the kitchen. It's really such a creative process. Use lots of colors, have fun, put on some music. Make cooking and eating a beautiful and fun experience. And that way you'll enjoy being at home, you'll enjoy cooking at home. We've actually diminished how much we go to restaurants. We really eat at home a lot, which means that this lady over here is in the kitchen all the time. But it's okay. I know that I'm, you know, putting healthy food in front of my family and that makes me very happy. So I'm just going to use the Vitamix here and blend. Ready? She's having a hard time. Okay. So Mrs. Vitamix is having a hard time. Not sure why, but I think she did the job. So here we go, guys. Oh my God, this is so yummy. And you know, this is so rich also, and the ingredients are of such high quality that you can also just eat half of one. So once they're in the freezer and they harden up, because the coconut oil will harden up really nicely, you could just eat half of one. You don't have to eat the whole damn thing. Okay, so here I've prepared my little muffin tin with my parchment paper liners. You can also use silicone. I don't bake with silicone ever. I actually think it's toxic, even despite what they may say. But I don't really believe in baking with silicone. I think I did it once and it really stunk like plasticky, so not into that. So I'm just going to put all my ingredients here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And again, the idea here is to include, don't be afraid of fats. So include healthy fats in your diet. Coconut oil is amazing. Nuts and seeds and nut butters and avocados. All these contain omega-3 essential fatty acids. And they are actually beneficial. And the idea here with all of these ketogenic and Paleolithic diet philosophies is that we need fuel, right? We need energy. We need ATP. We need to derive our fuel from food. And the quickest source for doing that is sugar. And simple carbohydrates turn into sugar and glucose very quickly. So that helps to fuel our cells. Yes, it does, but not in the best way because it kind of provides us with a quick rush. And then we get hungry and we crave that sugar within a short period of time after. So it creates like a vicious cycle. So when you start using fat as fuel, then you start to have longer burning time, so you feel more full for longer periods of time, and it's sustained. So the energy is kind of long lasting and long sustained. Okay, so guys, look at this. Oh my God, I wish you could taste this. This is the substance of our fat bombs. How good is that? So if you have sweet cravings, you know, this is a great solution. And these are also really rich in magnesium. The cocoa powder is really high in magnesium, and so many of us are magnesium deficient these days. And magnesium is readily found in leafy green vegetables. You can also take a magnesium supplement if you do suffer from, constipation or restless leg syndrome or muscle pains or insomnia, trouble sleeping. So magnesium is a really important mineral to include. But you can also, derive it from your food. How good is that? So leafy green vegetables, cocoa powder, raw cocoa powder, you can add to your smoothies in the morning. You can put it in your oatmeal. Where else can you put raw cocoa powder? So this is what they're like, guys. And then I'm just going to pop them in the freezer. And by the time the kids get home, they're going to go nuts for how amazing this is. But I would never give my kids a whole one of these. It's just too much. So I would actually just break off pieces and use it as a bribe for them to eat dinner. How many moms do we have here? How many mamas trying to feed their kids healthy food? So if you haven't signed up for the challenge, like I said, there's so much extra stuff that you benefit from in the 3 Days to Healthy Eating Challenge. I'm going to be running it again on the 21st. So I'll definitely put out notices in the Facebook group, and I will let you guys know that I'm running it again. So if you didn't join this time, join. And it's really value rich, guys. I provide tons of amazing free information and really helpful, applicable information that you can actually use in your life right away. Not some hokey pokey stuff that you'll never, call upon in your life. Now, this recipe, for over the next 3 days, I'm going to be making 3 or 4, I haven't decided, amazing recipes like this that you can use in your kitchen. It will also help you gather different types of ingredients. So you can actually go out and start to gather coconut oil and maybe cocoa butter and vanilla extract and raw organic cocoa powder. So then you'll start to have leftovers, of course, and you'll start to, Google around and see what else you can make with these healthy ingredients. And what I like to call this is crowding out. So once you introduce all these healthy ingredients in your life, all the bad stuff will start to sort of be pushed away because there's no space for it anymore. Now, the 3 recipes that I'm going to be making are part of my 21 Detox Reset Challenge. I have this amazing course that is launching on March 8th. It's the 21-day Detox Reset course, and it's incredible. It's 21 full days of recipes. We give our bodies an amazing break in week 1 by having a liquid diet. Don't be afraid, you're not going to starve. It's really well nourished. So you're having smoothies and different types of broths and pH balancing broths and electrolyte waters and all kinds of things. It's really, really well nourished. You will not go hungry. I swear you will not go hungry on week 1. You will notice incredible benefits, and you'll notice your energy going up. Like I had a woman who lost, I think, 10 pounds on the cleanse. Lots of energy, lots of vibrancy. You'll learn how to create these amazing foods. If you do have digestive issues, if you're intolerant to gluten, dairy, sugar, even eggs, then this is going to show you a whole new repertory of recipes. So 21 days worth of recipes, and breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack included. And then there's also an additional recipes section. Not only are we dealing with food in this detox, but we're also dealing with emotions. This is a perfect time to start cleansing and hitting the reset button on your health. Any unhealthy emotions and feelings and obstacles to health that come up. I also show you like different techniques, rebounding, for increasing and accelerating your lymphatic system, dry skin brushing. I give you a yoga sequence for detox. And you also have a set of supplements that you take to really accelerate the process, to open up your organs of elimination, your emunctory organs. These are all the organs that we use to eliminate all the toxic waste from our body, because we are so inundated with toxins in our life. So from our cosmetics and the air that we breathe and the water that we drink, the pesticides in our food, our household cleaning products, all of these toxins eventually get lodged into our system, and it's very hard to get rid of this. So this detox really stimulates your body in order to get rid of these toxins. So it's a serious 21 days, it can be intense. You can have symptoms that come up depending on the level of toxicity. And it's amazing. The results are just incredible. You start to feel amazing in your body. You lose weight. You have more energy. You have more vibrancy. And then you have these amazing tools that you can use for the rest of your life. So it's an investment at the beginning in time, and money. But then you have these tools that you can use forever in your life and call upon for whenever you want. Whoever joins the 21-day detox reset program has access to it for life. Also included is a very well-selected detox kit. So you have your products that you go into the detox with and a specific way, a specific methodology of how to take these products through the cleanse. So like I said, we're opening up all these channels of elimination. It's very important. You can't just go and buy like a box detox at the health food store. You shouldn't. You should do a well-guided detox. And even when you do buy those detoxes at the health food store, there's always an insert that tells you to cut out coffee, cut out sugar, cut out dairy. And so this is a guided cleanse that helps you to do exactly that. It also gives you exact recipes that you need to follow. There's also flexibility there. If you don't like a certain food, there's always additional recipes that you can call upon in the resource library. And yeah, it's just an amazing program. I really worked so hard on it with another naturopath. We put together this incredible program and people have gotten incredible results. So you're going to see some information coming out about that also along the way. And yes, so the reason you want like a professionally guided detox program is that you need to do things in a specific order. So the liver detoxes in a certain way. You have phase 1 and phase 2 detoxification. I won't get all scientific on you here, but all of your organs open up in certain ways. You can't just lift out toxins and then just dump them if you're constipated, if the toxic waste has nowhere to go. So you have to make sure that you are not constipated. For example, the detox kit included in this cleanse is included in week 2, after the liquid part is done. And included in that is a bit of a bowel stimulant. So we make sure that you are eliminating going to the bathroom, okay? And then there is a product called Lymphatox that's going to stimulate your lymphatic system, which is a highly ignored system. So 20% of your immune system is actually in your lymphatic system, and you need to stimulate your lymphatic system in order to drain out toxins, in order to get rid of cellulite, in order to stimulate your immune system if you're constantly, susceptible to colds and flus and catching viruses and everything that goes around. So you want to address that as well. We also address digestive and gut health. So I've made sure to include a high quality probiotic and another supplement that's going to give you a really great boost of energy, and it's going to help increase the methylation process so that all of the detox functions and flow runs well in your body. So it's a very well thought out program. So there are my fat bombs, guys. Here it is. This is what it looks like unfrozen. I can't even wait to eat this. It's going to be so awesome. And you'll see that the parchment paper just peels off really nicely. If you want to join me this Saturday evening, wild Saturday night, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'm in Canada, I'm going to be giving an incredible webinar on the 5 ways to detoxify your body and detoxing for vibrant health. It's an incredible, beautiful webinar, so join me at 6 p.m. If you are interested, I will be posting either today or tomorrow the actual registration page for the webinar, and you can just opt in there, put in your name and email address, and that's it. You're in, and then you'll start getting notifications when the webinar goes live, and you can just tune into that page and watch the webinar. There'll be a chat box so you can ask all of your questions. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I see there is a question coming in. The cocoa powder. I'm just going to try to navigate here with my little finger. I came on late, so sorry. I already said that, but the cocoa powder. I can't really see. Hold on, guys. Okay, let's see. The cocoa powder that you're using, does that store as sugar in your body? No, not at all. Oh no, this is not the conventional cocoa powder that you buy. It's not like Nestle's cocoa powder that has sugar in it that you buy from the grocery store. I should have really specified that. But this is actually an organic raw cocoa powder that I buy at the health food store. This one happens to be in bulk. That's what the health food store had. And it was much cheaper actually, $8 for this. Normally this would cost probably about close to $20. But you can actually, Organic Traditions is a really nice company. They make a nice, raw, organic, unprocessed, unroasted cocoa powder. So make sure you get an organic, raw, good quality. Does anybody have any questions I know people will be watching the replay of this too, so you can always tune in and watch the replay. Share it with your friends, guys. If you really enjoyed the recipe today, if you benefited from the information, be sure to share it with your friends. Thank you, you're welcome. Okay guys, so that's it. I hope you liked it, and see you later. Also, don't forget to invite people into the Health Quickie community group, anyone who has health issues or challenges or questions. And you know, before I go, I just wanted to say that I'm a member of, I specialize in irritable bowel syndrome and IBS and inflammatory bowel conditions. And I just wanted to say that, you know, every single day these days, my newsfeed is just flooded with people posting in the irritable bowel syndrome group. And these are people that are suffering so badly, guys. The things that I read, it breaks my heart. Like, people are in so much pain, so many alternating bowel movements, like diarrhea all the time, constipation all the time. And you could just see that it's affecting their lives so badly. You know, their work life, their family life, their social life. It's really, really bad. And so what's interesting is I made offers in those groups. I offered to help people through naturopathic coaching and sessions, even to join my detox, this free challenge. Okay, it's free, 3 days of free challenge, free information. And so few people took me up on the offer. So I want to just put this out there that if you are suffering so badly, man, it's just taking over your whole life. Invest in yourself, dude. This is all you've got. Health is all you've got. So take the time. You know, take the time to clear out your kitchen and stock it with, you know, health promoting foods. Go out there and get the supplements that you need. Go out there and get the support that you need. Hire a health practitioner. You know, put some money into it. Invest in yourself. The return is huge, 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 huge. To have a practitioner taking your individual case and sitting with you for 2 hours at a time and investigating every single section of your life and understanding what's going on in those sections, making the connections. You know, practitioners, we have a lot of education. We've gone to school for many years to be able to do this. So, you know, if you're suffering so badly like this, don't just keep ignoring it. You know, these are probably people who have been suffering for 20 years, I would bet, and maybe haven't done much about it or have tried here and there by themselves, but hasn't yielded too many results, because it's hard to do these things by yourself. And you know, we're always our like worst person at seeing what's going on with ourselves. We're blindsided. It's our blind spot. That's really what I want to say. So get the help that you need. Don't go on suffering with health symptoms for many years. It really sucks, and there's no reason for it. And in natural medicine, we have so many possibilities and solutions for help. And I think the biggest thing that I give to my clients is hope, because many people go to their conventional practitioners. You know, they'll do laboratory testing and it'll all come out positive, like nothing's going on in your body, ma'am, you can just go home. But actually the person's suffering so badly. So there's always these subclinical conditions going on and symptoms, you know, like low-level symptoms that cause a person to experience pain and suffering. So don't go on with health symptoms when there are solutions. Why would you do that? Okay, guys, so there's my closing statement. So have a beautiful day today, and tune in tomorrow for the recipe that we're going to make for the challengers for day 2.